सो लास्ट क्लास में हम लोगों ने देखा कि कैसे 3D में हम लोग काम चालू करेंगे, कैसे स्टार्ट करेंगे और कैसे कोऑर्डिनेट्स की मदद से हम लोग काम कर सकते हैं और कोऑर्डिनेट्स कैसे हम लोग को मदद करेगा काम और आसान करने में। सो आज हम लोग देखेंगे कि मॉडलिंग कैसे होता है ऑटोकैड में, कैसे हम लोग कोई भी जो प्लान है उसको कैसे 3D में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, कैसे एक 3D बिल्डिंग मॉडल बना सकते हैं। तो उसके लिए हम लोग या तो फर्स्ट कोई एक प्लान, अगर हमारे पास ऑलरेडी है कोई एक प्लान, तो वो प्लान हम लोग एज ए रेफरेंस लेकर हम उसके ऊपर अपना जो पॉली सॉलिड है, एक वॉल लाइक ऑब्जेक्ट है, वो हम लोग क्रिएट करना स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। और हम लोग डायरेक्टली भी क्रिएट कर सकते हैं। तो उसके लिए अगर जैसे हम लोग नॉर्मली एक प्लान बनाते हैं 2D में, वैसे ही हम लोग ये पॉली सॉलिड लेकर भी हम लोग बना सकते हैं। वो तो डायरेक्टली हम लोग 3D बना सकते हैं और उससे भी हम लोग 2D व्यूज जो है वो जनरेट कर सकते हैं। तो let's start with that. Okay, so just a second, let me open any. तो मेरे पास ये एक ड्राइंग है जिसका हम लोग क्रिएट करेंगे। ओके, 3D मॉडल क्रिएट करेंगे। तो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ कि यहाँ से ये जो मॉडल है, ये जो ड्राइंग है मेरा, मैं इसको कॉपी पेस्ट कर ले रहा हूँ। तो ये मेरा सिलेक्ट हो गया है और इसको कंट्रोल सी कॉपी क्लिप करूँगा। देन मेरे ड्राइंग वन पे कंट्रोल वी एंड उसको पेस्ट कर लेंगे। तो या तो मैं पेस्ट करने के टाइम पे इसका इंसर्शन पॉइंट दे सकता हूँ, या फिर मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, राइट क्लिक क्लिपबोर्ड में आके पेस्ट टू ओरिजिनल कोऑर्डिनेट। सो ड्राइंग टू में जिस कोऑर्डिनेट में वो ड्राइंग प्लेस है, यहाँ पर भी उसी कोऑर्डिनेट्स पर ये पेस्ट हो जाएगा। तो ये मेरा पेस्ट हो गया है। लेट मी जूम द स्क्रीन एंड हियर इट इज। ओके, यस। तो मैं क्या करूँगा, डायरेक्ट 3D प्लान अपना बनाऊंगा। ऑलराइट, सो मैं जस्ट इस ड्राइंग का 3D मॉडल बना रहा हूँ, और ताकि आप लोगों को समझ में आए इसलिए मैं यहाँ पे इस ड्राइंग को रख रहा हूँ, ताकि आप लोगों को पता चले कि मैं जो डायमेंशंस ले रहा हूँ वो कौन कौन सा डायमेंशंस ले रहा हूँ। ठीक है, तो लेट्स स्टार्ट क्रिएटिंग डायरेक्ट 3D मॉडल। Okay, so for that, what I can do, I can create some graph, my center line, right? So for that, I remember that I had created like multi-leader, and there was one content as block. So I can take that and I can create it as a graph, right? So let's start multi-leader. Okay, with this multi-leader. Before that, I need to set the multi-leader style. I need to configure. So go to modify, and what will be the arrow? So let's go with this arrow, and there you can place like dot blank. Okay, or if it is like none, you can go with the none also. And sizes and all, let me go with later. And about the leader structure, let me give maximum leader points like 3. Okay, so 1, 2, and another will be 3. And about the first segment angle, so first segment angle 0 and the second segment angle, you can give it like 45. Okay, you can make it 0 again. So that can be possible. And here about multi-leader type. So the content type will be block. And about this source block, let me choose this circle, and everything is okay. So let's click on OK, and that is the current. So let me create this length total. It's 40 feet 11 inches. So first, remember that your unit is properly set. Okay, dash TWG unit. Yeah, so right now it is inches, so that is absolutely fine. Now let me switch to top view so that I can see it properly. Okay, now ML multi-leader, and let's track this. So I'll align the first point here, and then you can activate the ortho mode. And about the next value, you can type. Okay, so here you can see that this is going to be the first grade. So let me just give it like this way. Okay, and this is the first. Sorry. I have created multi-line. It will be multi-leader. This one is multi-leader. Okay, so let's take this as a snap tracking. We're tracking this point. Okay, now let's see that the first segment angle is 0 degrees set to 0 degree. So let's create that also. So let me create that. Let me create all these horizontals. Okay. So from the center, let me track it. Okay. And about the length, I'm not worrying about the length, so that I will change it later. And here you can see that you can either go for this next segment in 45-degree angle, or else you can place it 0 degree. So let's place in 0 degree, and what will be the number? So let's go with A, and that is set. And let me go to control 1, and here overall scale, let me change the overall scale only. So like 10, and that is not yet visible. Yeah, I think that is fine. Okay, so that is created and it is as a single object. Okay, now I will create another multi-leader style for the vertical lines. Okay, and so let me modify the leader structure, and it will be 90 degree. Let's click on OK, set current close. and let's go for multi-leader. Okay. And here, let me give it 1 and let's click on OK. And let me change the overall scale, that is 50, enter. So that is done. Now what I'll do, I will copy this. Okay. So this is the center line. I'm creating center line. And here the inner length and width is provided. So like 10 feet and that is 12 feet. Okay. And the wall thicknesses are like outer wall thickness is 10 inches. Can check the eye. The eye. 0.70. So just a second, let me check the unit. You and enter units. And that is set to inches. Let me change DWC unit. 1 for inches. And the display format. Okay, so the display format is set in decimal. So that I need to change in engineering. So it will properly display 3 and linear display precision 2. Okay, so that need to be changed. Yeah, I forgot to change that. So in this unit, I could change this also. So that is done. And here you can check. Okay, so 9.92. So no worries. Here maybe some issues are there because of that PDF import. So actual value is 10 inches, and for this inner wall that is 5 inches. Okay, so from this line to this line is from this line to this line is 10 feet. Okay, so I'm creating the center line distances. So it will add 10 feet 5 inches plus 2 2 feet sorry 2.5 inches. So it will add up 5 inches plus 2.5 inches, that is 7.5 inches. So center to center distance for this two walls is 10 feet 7.5 inches. Okay, so I cannot offset this one. I have to copy, select it, enter, then base point, and then give it a distance 10 feet 7.5 inches, then enter. Okay, so this one is 4 feet 6 inches wide. Let me check it. Okay, here you can see 4 feet 6 inches wide. So the center to center distance will be 4 feet 11 inches, right? 2.5 inches plus 2.5 inches will be added. So 4 feet 11 inches. Okay. So again, go for copy, select, right click this as a base point, then give it a distance 4 feet 11 inches, enter. Okay, so that is placed. And for this, so the same value like 10 feet 7.5 inches. Okay, or else what you can do, you can mirror this one, this side. So let's go for mirror, mi, enter. Let me select this one. enter, and then the first point of mirror, so that will be the midpoint. Hold shift, right click, mid between 2 points, and within this 2 point I need a point, and here it is. And the uh, next point for the mirror axis line, that will be in this vertical direction. And erase source object, no. All right. And here you can see that this is here. You can place like this in this, okay, to give it a gap. I think that is a graphics error, so no problem with that. Okay, and here you need to change, like not every grids will be one, so here double click and you can change it to 2. Click on OK. Double click, you can change it to 3. Click on OK. Double click and change it to 4. Click on OK. All right. Next, for this, we will change and we will apply also. And here you can drag it to this point, drag it to this point. All right. Next, I'll be copying this one. Okay, so for that, 12 feet, 7.5 inches will be added, right? 12 feet, 7.5 inches. So let's copy quickly. Base point, then this side 12 feet, 12 feet, 7.5 inches, enter. Okay, just a second, 12 feet, 7.5 inches, enter. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so for this line, what will be the distance? Uh, let's I will decide for this wall later. Now let's decide for this wall. Okay, so this one was 12 feet, uh, 7.5 inches. And from this is 12 feet 12 feet 5 inches. And 5 inches will be added more. So 12 feet 10 inches. So copy, select this, enter, or right click, base point, then give it 12 feet 10 inches. Okay. And for this, the height, sorry, the width is 6 feet 7 inches, and you need to add 5 inches more. So that will be 7 feet, totally 7 feet. Okay. So from this, it will be 19 feet 10 inches. Okay, so that is added here. And from this, it will be like 8 feet 8 inches is outer to outer. Okay, here you can see like this. What I can do, I can check it also. I go for DI, shift, right click mid between 2 points. So that is the first point. And then for this also, hold shift, right click mid between 2 points. First, and then this one second. So within this, the distance is 7 feet 7.5. 7 feet 7.5. Okay. So let's give it a distance. 7 feet 7.5 and inches, enter, and that is created. Okay, so our grids are created. And now about the numbering. So double click on it, give it a number. Okay. 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 All right. Let me check the graphics. Okay, so everything is fine. All right. Okay, so I have created our grades. All right. And then you need to create your levels as well. So here you can define your levels. So for that, you can come to like front view. Okay. And for that, let me just create one line in the Z direction. Okay. Make sure that you are activating this ortho mode, so it will show you the positive Z direction. Okay. And we have already decided that these are the plan. Okay. So 2 feet 6 inches will be one level, and another level is this up to this first floor. So that is 10 feet 6 inches. And then uh, like 10 feet for the above story. Okay, and for the plinth, parapet wall, 2 feet 6 inches. Okay, and for this roof, that is 6 feet 6 inches. Okay, so let's create. All right, so we will come to the front view. Let's come to this front view here. Okay, and here let's start creating, and let's create. Go for multi-leader MLD. Or level 1 or ground level. Okay. L. Let's click on OK. That is like let's go for control 1, and there the overall scale will be 50. Enter is set. So okay, so that is GL. Now let me select this. Okay, and then go for copy. So CP, enter this as base point, and then give it a height like 2 feet 6 inches. Enter. Okay, and you can check for the drawing. All right. Then again CP, enter. Now let me select this, and then the next that will be your first floor. First floor. Sorry, not here. Sorry. I need to give the distance, right? So CP, enter, base point, and then the height, that is 10 feet 6 inches. Enter. Okay, and the next one will be so for the choose like this copy, go for it, and here let me select it, go for enter, and that will be like 10 feet 5 inches because I have the floor thickness. 10 feet 5 inches, enter. Okay, and from that we have like 6 feet 11 inches, right, for the roof. So let's go for CP, enter. Let me select it, enter, base point. Base point will be 6 feet 11 inches. Enter. So this one is the roof. Click on OK. This one is second floor. Click on OK. This one is first floor. Click on OK. And this one is going to be plinth level or PL. Okay. All right, so that is set. And let's come to the world coordinate system back and to the isometric view. And here you can see that we have created all the things. Now I don't need this line anymore. Okay, so these are created. Now we can start creating our 3D model. So we have wall-like structure here. Go for this polysolid. Okay, so why I have demonstrated this. So when you were creating any building plan, so from the scratch, what you create in 2D, so directly you go for this way, so you can directly create the 3D, and from 3D it will be easier for you to extract 2D views. So let me show you also. So here if I go for like go for this 4 equal, let's go for this 4 equal. And here let me choose top view. Okay, and let's go for 2D wireframe. And here also let's go for front and then 2D wireframe. Now let's go for this as left view, 2D wireframe, and here let's go for this as SW isometry. Okay, and I'll be working here, so I'll be maximizing this viewport. And here we have this polysolid option, which create a 3D wall-like object. And the creation is like a polyline you create in 2D. So if it is continuous segment, it has continuous segments, then it will create a single element. Now here you just have to give the height width. Okay. So let's go for this width, and the width is, so let's create the outer walls first. Let's go for 10 inches. Okay. And 10 inches, and the height. So height, let's create the height is 10 feet 6 inches. That is the height up to first level. And here let's start creating it. And the justification will be center, as because this is my center line, so that is going to be the center. And here you can see that this is the center of this point is the center of this polyline. Okay, so that's I have justified. So let's start placing it like this. We'll place it here. We'll get these snap points, intersection point. Okay, and like polyline or line, we can close this. Okay, so this one is created. And that if I restore all this 4 viewport, and there you will see like everything is created. Yeah, so here it is created. Okay, so let's store the viewport. Here you can see. Yeah, so here you can see, right? That is the first floor. That is having the, sorry, I need to place from plinth level. Okay, so that I need to place with. So after this, I need to place like 2 feet 6 inches. Okay, so that I need to place. So let me go and change it here. So let me maximize this viewport. Let me select, and what I'll do, I'll come to this press pull to press the height of this polysolid, and I will select this top surface. Here you can see the border is highlighted, and in this side, I need to decrease like 8 feet, right? 8 feet, enter, and that is created. Okay, you can see from the front, that is the plinth level. Okay, and after that, I need to give a floor. Okay, so for that wall height is 2 feet. So let me press it more. Mm, Let me give it 6 inches less. Okay, and now let's place a box. Okay, place with the box. So first corner to second corner, and then the height is 6 inches. Enter. Okay, so that is created here. Okay. And then again, we will be creating our walls. Okay, so what we can do, we can copy from this also, or else we can start placing all this, or else what I can do, let me hide all this. Okay, let me go for this hide objects, and here you can select all these grids. And I can copy to the upper side, and that is like 2 feet 6 inches. Enter. And now let me bring those back in the object isolation, and there it is. And now I can start placing. Let me move it, aim enter, so that it is placed properly. Yes, it is placed properly. Now I can start placing my polysolid with the same width, that is 10 inches, and the height, that is 10 feet 6 inches. Okay, so sorry. That is going to be the first point. Then this and here you can close. Okay, like that you can start creating it. And if you have created your layers for like for first floor, each component, for up to plinth level for each component and floors and all, so you can choose and create with this layers, so that will be more precise and you can control those. Okay, and let's create the inner walls. So that is very easy to create, same with the polysolid. Okay, and here I need to define the width, that is 5 inches. Enter, and let's go this center to center. Enter again. Let's start this polysolid. You'll find the center. So like that, you can start creating it. Okay, we just will find out the endpoint, and another endpoint, press enter, and it is very easy to create, and you can restore your viewports, and there you can see that you have created. Don't I'm facing the errors. Need to for maximize the viewport. There they are. You can choose the top view, restore your viewport, and there they are. Okay, so you see you're getting all these views, right? And this, like, you will be creating all these views all together. Okay, so it will be easier for you if you are working in 3D, and that will be best. You are getting your 3D model, all these things, all this floor plan, uh, elevations, and you can create also section views also you can create. All right, suppose we come to this uh, realistic, and just a second, this part is covering my screen. Okay, here you can see that one section plane is there. Okay, you need to place the section plane. So let me come to this front view, sorry, on this top view. Let me choose the section plane, and here let me place this section plane there. Okay, so this section plane is created. Now let me just maximize this viewport. This one is the section plane. Okay. And I need to rotate it 90° so that I can get the section plane. Okay, and not in this direction, I need in this direction. So I can go for this flip. Okay, and here you can see that I'm getting this section view. Okay, so here you're having it to this front, this one. Okay, you can see. So here it will be easier for you to create section planes, and accordingly you'll create section. Okay, that you can see, right? So this way we will create our 3D model directly from the scratch. From the beginning, we will create 3D model and we can generate. Okay. Uh, in the previous class, I have already showed you that about loft, revolve, and sweep. These options are available. So with the help of this option, we can like uh, create other models, like if there are like columns are there, like architectural columns are there, so we can use loft, revolve. And for stairs, we can go for stair handles, handrails. You can go with the sweep option. Okay, so now let me show you how you can create stairs. Okay, so create just a single viewport and world. Get back the 2D to realistic. And if you right now, if you don't need this section plane, so you can just off this. So this section plane will be there, but you will not get the section. So that is your live section. And here you have this plane to, you can like go for this boundary. So you can section in two direction, like front view and top view. You can go for it also. And volume section is like in three-dimensional, in three direction, you can get the section with this volume or the box. Okay, so that you can go for it. Now let's quickly go to another option. Uh, okay, so let's create stairs. Let me show you how you can create stairs. Let me switch to the view. So you have all these dimensions, okay? You have all these dimensions. So here I can go with this box, and from this point to this point, I can create like this box. And what will be the uh, like riser height, and accordingly you will give the height for this box. Okay, so let's calculate like how many steps are there. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 20 risers are there. All right. So 21 steps are there totally. Totally 21 steps are there. So you can divide 10 feet 6 inches. Okay, 126 inches by 21. So you will get what is the result. So you can search for it. Let me just calculate quickly. 126 divided by 21. Like 6. So 6 inches is the height. So let's start creating it from this box to this box. Okay. Is created. No. Let's start creating, and I can start creating with realistic. The box from this to this is the cross section area, and the height is 6 inches. Enter. Okay. Now again, I can place it like this way, from this corner to this corner, and then give it a height that is 6. Okay, and like this you can place, and then you have to move it up. So now let me show you the quick and simple process. Copy, enter, and then this will be the base point. Okay, and then go for this array. I hope you remember these steps, and number of steps is uh, how many number of steps are there? 11 number of steps are there. Enter. And what will be the second point? So this is going to be the second point. Okay. And that is done here, that you can see, right? Okay. That was very easy. Now let me switch to front view, and here also front. And now let me create, uh, let me try creating one rectangle out there. View wireframe. Let me create one rectangle. So for that, I need this 3D object snap, and let me go with this vertexes only. So in this 3D object snap, I will just highlight the vertex. It's really difficult. Mm, so I'll go with the polyline. Okay. Better I go with the polyline. Okay. And you can give offset. How much will be the your waist slab thickness? So provide that. Okay. So let's go for it. And what is the offset? Suppose 6 inches. So just a minute. Let me fix the mid display, that engineering economy. Okay. So offset or enter, and offset distance will be 6 inches. Okay. So here it will not be 6 inches. So it will be provided in the drawing. As per that, you have to follow it. So let me go with 5 inches. 5 inches. Okay, so that is 5 inches. So here you will have some gaps. So we'll fix it. Okay, no problem with that. And now let me join the line. Enter. Let me find out the endpoint here. Okay, and let me select this line, and this line, and then J, enter, join. Okay. And here, what I'll do, I will give it more. Sorry, just a second. Let me give it till this point so that it's fixed. Okay, so it will be provided in the drawing. As per that, you need to create this for your waist slab. And after that, we'll be extruding. Okay, so here it is. Now let me extrude. Go for this, select it, enter, and this will be the extrusion height. So that is provided. You can see it is done. And now let me select all this box, right click, select similar, all these boxes are selected. And now let me select this also. And after selecting all this, I'll go for this union so that it becomes a single object, or else it's asking for me to select all this. Let's go for selecting all this. Okay, so just a second, let me see how it is created. The realistic. Okay, so extrusion part was not properly done. So as because this was not a closed loop, I hope I forgot to join, and this line is not properly created. Okay, so that's what the issue is. Now I'll enter. Let me join this two lines from here to here. Okay, and then let me select this line, right click, select similar. All these lines are selected. Now I'll go with this polyline. Just a second. Let me undo it. Okay. Here is the line. This is the polyline which is created. Okay, and I'll enter. Let me join to this. Enter join. Let me select these, enter, and now this is as a single element. Yeah. Okay, and now I can extrude it. Go for realistic and go for extrude. Select this one, enter, and then give it a height. So up to this will be the height. Okay, and here you can see that is properly extruded. And after that, let's select all this 3D solid, right click, select similar. All these are selected. And let's go for this union. Okay, so it's asking for selecting again. Okay, let's select all this. Let's quickly select and then press enter. And that is right now as a single element. Okay, and this how we'll be creating our stairs. If you have any elevation of your stair, so you can draw the elevation of your stair, and then you can simply extrude it. So that will be easier also. Okay, and now I have a mirror option. Okay, so I can mirror it. So let's go with the 3D mirror. Okay, so 3D mirror option is there. All right. And what will be the axis? So that you need to define what will be the axis. Okay, so ZX or ZY is the axis. So here let's choose this ZX plane will be the axis. And then you need to define the first point. So let me choose this as first point. And then it's asking for you to delete source object, yes or no. Let's go for no. And that you can see that this is the mirror. And now let's go for like uh, uh, let's go for the like we need to uh, rotate it, right? So when we will be rotating it, for that you can choose the base point. What will be the base point? So that you can place here, and then you can change the rotate gizmo. Let's go for rotate gizmo, and let's rotate it. Okay, Sorry, that is not proper. So what I can do, if I'm rotating this one, so I have to rotate for this one. Uh, so like I have done the mirror and then I'm rotating. So let's go for like mirror this one. So let's go with 3D mirror. And then define the mirror plane. Okay, so let's go for X, Y with the mirror plane, and let's choose this point, and let's go for delete source object. Yes or no? So after that, I just need to rotate it 180 degree. Okay. And then another 180 degree in the Z direction. Right, so that is created here. And then this part we need to create. So for that, let's go for this and the same 6 inches. Enter. Let me just move it. For this, let's go for move or 3D move. We choose this as base point and then let's place it here, and that is placed. So this how we will be creating, and we can convert these as like it's single element. Choose this, and this three, and then enter, and that is right now as a single element. Okay, so this how we'll be creating our whole 3D model in AutoCAD. Okay, all right. So that is all for today. I hope you guys have understood today's class. If you have any problem, let me know.
Sir,
Yes.